Hello guys, and welcome to this EC Aquatics video. In this video, we're going to be setting up a 15-gallon breeding aquarium for a pair of Bolivian Rams. This is a standard 15-gallon aquarium. It is 24 inches long, 12 inches wide, and 12 inches high. For this tank, I'm going to be using some black sand from Topfin. It is already pre-washed, so we do not need to wash it. Simply take the bag and pour the sand into the tank. To create a sense of depth, slope the sand so there is more sand in the back of the aquarium than in the front. Now we can add our hardscape. This is the hardscape we're going to be using, which is Mopani Wood, the large, very heavy piece of wood, but it won't float. We're just going to play around with it real quick, see how it looks best in the aquarium. Rams love to breed on flat surfaces, so to help them with that, we're going to add in a terracotta pot and a holder for a terracotta pot into the aquarium. We're going to place the pot into the back left corner of the tank, and the holder for the pot we're going to place right in the front. We are also going to add in some slate rock around the aquarium. This should give the pair even more places to lay their eggs. Lastly, we're going to take some of these smaller pebbles and just scatter them around the aquarium for some detail. Have most of the rocks be close to your big hardscape, with a few smaller ones branching out. You can just sort of chuck the rocks and see where they go. There isn't much planning that you need to do to see where the rocks go, just sort of throw them and it should look pretty nice. Things in the wild aren't very symmetrical, so if you sort of just scatter them everywhere, they should look good. There we go. This is what the tank looks like so far. Here's a side view, and here's a front view. We can now start planting our tank. The first plant that we are going to be using is some narrow leaf Java Fern. To plant it, take some cyanoacrylate superglue gel and glue it down onto the hardscape. Simply take the glue and put a little dollop where you want the plant to go. Then take the plant, place it onto the glue, and hold for about 10 seconds. Now the plant should be attached. Repeat the process for all your plants. The next plant that we are going to be using is Anubias Congensis. Like the Java Fern, it is also glued down onto pieces of rock or wood. Just like with the Java Fern, place it once you've glued it down and hold for about 10 seconds. Before we continue planting, we need to add our root tabs to where we are going to plant plants in the substrate. Simply take a root tab and break it in half, and now you can place these halves of the root tab near where you're going to plant plants into the substrate. Plants like Amazon swords really need root tabs to survive. The next plant that we're going to be using is Amazon sword. Take your tweezers and plant the plant into the substrate. You want to plant this plant near where you put root tabs, as they use their roots and they need a lot of nutrients to survive. Even though right now these plants are small, they will grow very tall very quickly. As you can see over in my Apisto breeding aquarium, that is the same type of Amazon sword that I just planted right here. The last plant that we're going to be using is some Bacopa Caroliniana. This is a very easy stem plant. So just plant it, much like the Amazon sword, plant it into the substrate. There we go. The tank is now planted and can now be moved over to the rack where it will sit. It is now time to fill up the tank. We can use the holder for the terracotta pot to slowly pour water on with our python. The filter that we're going to be using is just a simple sponge filter. Just going to take it and place it in the back left corner of the tank. Like that. It has been about 2 months since we set up our aquarium. There it is. It's been fully cycled. And now we have our pair of Bolivian Rams right here. Our male is on the left and our female is on the right. So now it is time to add them into their new home. Got both of them in this net. And there they go, into their new home. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, then be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons, and I will see you all in the next one.